Hey, it's your buddy Peace and Harmony with you here today. We got a great question in, and that was really how to tell if this covert narcissist in her life, this narcissist is really more of a bully, or if they are more of a borderline, or if they're just a narcissist. So she's really trying to distinguish whether she's overreacting, trying to pin them into a corner, give them a label. And I understand how important that is when you're trying to really figure out how some very disturbing and behaviors really to send a weigh on you and make you feel uncomfortable, making you feel like there's something more to this than just meets the eye. There's something more to this than just how I feel. There's something disordered going on here. So that's really what promulgates the original research into some of the narcissism, some of the borderline, those traits. And really, you know, I think a lot of people originally in feeling this, they want to ascertain whether is this really just a bully. Well, a very important way for you to distinguish if this is a narcissist, a psychopath, or just a bully is this. A bully is someone who wants to use their weight, push themselves around, create fear and intimidation, and really just find someone to pick on, someone to let their anger out on, their aggressions. They get a rise out of beating people up, seeing people hurt and suffer, yes, but it gives them a rise of just feeling better than. And whether this is manifested in children, teenagers, adults, you can find it really at all levels of a person's personal development. And bullying can really take the manifestation of intimidation, where they make you feel intimidated. They make you feel really through an exalt of fear, exalting a sort of force. It's really a sort of, and then you react with a feeling of counterforce to this bullying behavior. And oftentimes there is physical abuse going on with a bully, where they physically take their aggression out on this person, physically hurt, physically push them around, or really there's a lot of force going on where they're bullying, they're intimidating, they're creating this fear, not so much the guilt, not so much the obligation, but it's more just the fear that you are going to be in trouble if you don't comply with this. So the bully is more trying to push around for the sake of they're getting their yayas out, getting their yahoos, and really sort of exerting a sort of fear. And you know, whether they delight, or whether they're psychopathic, whether they have remorse or guilt, you know, you've got a lot of bullies who do grow out of that, but then some people who never really grow out of it, who are very forceful, intimidating in the workplace. They tend to project a lot of this fear. It's a habitual behavior. Now, and you know these people who are bullies. I mean, you can very much ascertain that, and whether it's a transcending of different lines, or personality disorder, character disorder, you can also really look as when you get into the borderline or the narcissist. Really, they try to intimidate by a constant need of attention. So the bully, as they feel, it's not so much that they always want attention, they just want to kind of be the leader of their pack and then their small pack. They don't necessarily want to have a lot of attention from, power and control through everything that they do. I would definitely feel that the bully will exert a lot more of their weight, their intimidation in isolated circumstances or situations. And oftentimes it's to cover up a lack of intelligence or social etiquette. They just don't know better, and sometimes they need to be educated and put in their place. But they can generally, they have an awareness that their behavior is out of line, it's out of place, it's making other people comfortable. They're very well aware of it, so they do have empathy. A bully will have empathy. They know that they're hurting this guy. They know that they're, beating this kid up. They know that they're smearing bashing up their phone. They know that they're, smearing them on Facebook. They know that they're getting other kids or other people involved in, rallying against them. So they're very much well aware, and they really kind of get their yayas out. They think it's more of a humor or more of an entertainment for them. So it can take place in isolated situations. When you're really looking at a narcissist or a borderline, you're talking really then about somebody who needs an inordinate amount of attention placed on them, and it's always one directional. It's all about how you can mirror back and validate them. And to the extent with which you can give up and let go of your interests, needs, viewpoint, identity, and subjugate all of your needs to them, and basically fall into their seduction to pay attention to them, all their various emotional hooks that they try to make to look at me, the psychological warfare where they try to get into your thinking process, they try to distract you, they want to be on your attention 24/7. Now we're getting into the psychopathic. They want you to constantly be thinking about them. They're repeating their own name a lot. They interject I all the time. You know, you can count on your hand more than 20, 30, 40 times when you're with them how much they're referring to themselves. The attention always has to be on them. They're doing strange behaviors, making loud clanging noises, speaking over you, talking over you, not giving you attention back. So you can almost see how the attention is getting pulled like a seesaw, where their weight is down here and then you're up here and then you're sliding basically into their trap. And they do this oftentimes to people who are really in their close vicinity, but they'll really try to target and break people down. And once they've broken you down, then you're kind of in the trap. You're now in the trap of the narcissist and the psychopath and the borderline. So if you really see how they use fear, intimidation, guilt, and obligation, you're this horrible person if you don't attend to me. You're this terrible person if you don't drop everything and come here and reflect back to me how great I look, how good I am at this, what I've done here with my job. You are meant to feel, but even when then you do comply, and this is, I think, is a real good factor, is that even when you do validate to them, you attend to them, you give them a lot of time and attention, it's never enough. There's insatiable need for attention, control, and power. Attention, control, and power. In fact, we could even just nickname it cap. They're basically trying to put a cap on you so that you are constantly like under their mind control, under their mind games, giving you the look, giving you vibes, giving you insinuations, or little quips, little sayings that a lot of people will think is, might be funny, or might find amusing, but they're going to target and suss out people, especially those who they want to take down, destroy, and distract, because they feel that this person presents an imminent threat to them. This person doesn't make them look good. This person doesn't make them feel good. There's all sorts of reasons why they target. But here, if you're really trying to understand, is this person just a bully? Can they be rehabilitated? Can they learn from their behaviors? You could spend all day long trying to rehabilitate a narcissist, a borderline, or a psychopath with, why it's not appropriate for you to do this, why, you need to do this, why you need to let them go. And they're not going to give it up. They are going to hold fast. They're going to still keep up their incessant and insatiable need for power, control, and attention. Control, attention, and power. They're going to try to put that, narcissist grip on you, that borderline grip, that psychopathic grip. With all those character disorders, you're going to see that insatiable need to control, overpower, and dominate through fear, obligation, and guilt. So if you feel you have to respond to them out of fear that they're not going to like you, they're not going to approve you, there is your sign that you are being emotionally manipulated by someone who does not have your best interest in mind. And whatever category you want to put them in, just know that this person has a personality disorder and that you do not want to be a victim. Peace and harmony with you here today. I hope these videos do help. Please share and please subscribe for more great tools, videos, discussion, and support.